Alright, what's going on, people? Room Roadmap here, and we're back for another video. This pre-fight analysis is going to come in a little bit late because the fight is going to be in a few hours by the time I upload this video. But yeah, I'm going to make a last-second attempt to predict Harrison versus Tszyu. Okay, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right because I don't really watch him, you know. I only watch it for the sake of this fight. So the first one we're gonna see is Harrison has a habit of turning on the right hand. So what you're gonna see here is that instead of keeping his eyes up and instead of staying squared, he actually blades and then he blinds himself with his left glove. Now it's a very dangerous move against somebody who has a pretty good right hand like Tszyu to do this habit. And so this is one flaw that I see with Harrison, and this is one thing that, you know, Tim might exploit if Harrison keeps on doing this. So there's another one right there. I'm gonna make this relatively quick. Let's see another one. Okay, here again, he's gonna step back and notice how he blades his body all the way to that right side, and then he keeps that left glove up. Pretty good job right here, but you also blind yourself while doing this particular move. So it's a really dangerous habit, and it's something that I can see Tim exploiting, you know, if he does throw the right hand a lot. So that's one thing right there. Here's another example here. He's backing up on the back foot, and then he turns all the way. As you guys know, or as I always say, the bladed position is a very weak position, guys, especially if you don't have great counter-punching skills. And unfortunately, Harrison has pretty average counter-punching skills. I'm not going to go as far as saying he doesn't have good counter-punching skills. However, he usually waits for his opponent to finish a combination before he throws back, and so that's a really dangerous habit to have as well. However, we're now going to look at the good points of Harrison, or the good things that Harrison does well, and the first one is going to be the flicker jab, okay? He's really good at changing from the high guard into a hands-down stance, and then throwing his jab from a hands-down stance, or from a hands-down position. So here's an example here. He's going to start off with that high guard really tight, and then he's going to drop it, and then he's going to throw these flicker jabs. Now the reason why it's really confusing is because you're not really sure where the jab will come from. Usually he throws it from the hands down, but occasionally he would also throw it with his hands up. So it's a really deceptive move on his part, and it's a weapon that he can use against Tszyu, who doesn't have good head movement, or he doesn't have good head movement, who doesn't have good defense, and who usually gets hit on the center as well. So that's a good weapon that he can use right there. Next thing we're gonna see is the chop and right, which he used extensively, or which he used very often against Charlo. So here you're gonna see that exact same thing happening. He uses this chop and right a lot to push his opponent back, or to push his opponent on the back foot, okay? And it's a really useful move against a pressure fighter because first of all, it disrupts their rhythm, and then secondly, usually pressure fighters are not really good at punching from the back foot. So if you can use punches like this to push them on the back foot, it would really disrupt their forward pressure, and as a result, they're not going to be able to come at you with the same reckless rhythm that they're used to doing against other fighters. Okay, so this is a really good habit, or this is a really good punch right here that he can use. The chop and right, bam, right there once again. Although he doesn't really have the best power in the world, I think he'll be able to push Tszyu back with these chop and rights, and he'll be able to break the forward pressure of Tim in the process. The next thing we'll see is going to be the body shots, okay? There's going to be the body shots now, so let's see exactly how he does that. Okay, so here it is, 1, 2, 3 to the body, really sneaky, you know, he places it really well. He has a really short left hook to the body, deceptive, quite deceptive, and he knows how to throw it quickly, okay? Now, it's not really that heavy, but the accumulation of this, first of all, you know, it will accumulate points when you consistently land these liver shots, and then secondly, although it doesn't have a lot of power, when it does add up, it actually hurts. So this is one thing that I think Harrison will be able to use against Tszyu, who has a really high guard as well. You know, you can change levels. You can go from head to body, body to head, which he's doing right here. And that's one weapon that he can use. So what do I think? I'm not really sure who the underdog here is, because again, I studied this fight a little bit late. I studied Tszyu a little bit late, but I just don't see anything special with the guy besides his raw strength. If he does outwork, or if he does overwhelm Harrison, I think he has a chance. You know, if Harrison comes in and Tszyu was able to outwork him, Tszyu was able to outmuscle him, and Tszyu was able to hit him with a good shot, I think he has a good chance. However, I am favoring Harrison via decision on this one, and that's what I'm gonna go as my prediction. Okay, I'd go Harrison on this one. Just the jabs of Harrison will give him a lot of troubles. The combinations of Harrison will also give him a lot of troubles, and if Harrison actually worked on his lateral movement, I think that would be a useful tool as well.